Now we're going to use appropriate statistical measure in analyzing and interpreting statistical data, or we're going to talk about statistical measures. So first, we're just going to solve this activity. Number one, organize and present the following data using an appropriate chart or graph. So given the information, we're just going to present it using the appropriate data. So we're going to choose kung ano bang bagay na graph. Is it table, bar graph, pie chart, or the line graph. We'll start with an informal survey of 100 to 30 youth voters shows their top pick for senator. So for Lauren Lagarde, it's 58. For Riza Barakel, it's 10. For Cheese, it's 31. For Sonny, it's 12. For Bam, it's 23. So this is just an example. So what do you think is the best way to show this? Okay, if the data doesn't have connection with each other, if we're going to compare the data from different values or from different data or from different persons, it is best that you're going to have to use bar graph. However, if you're going to compare example part of a whole, ibig sabihin yung whole budget hatiin for allowance on and so forth, that's for best for pie chart. Next, if there is a connection over a period, if you're going to see the differences or the data over a period of time, you're going to use line graph. Ibig sabihin, halimbawa kapag by year, halimbawa kung ang data is may by month, or by year, ang gagamitin natin is line graph. Pero kapag halimbawa kung isang part of a whole siya, yung whole budget hatiin, that's pie chart. But if yung mga connection, yung mga data, iba-iba sila. They are specific, distinct from each other. Just like this number one, you're going to use bar graph. So in here, you're going to use bar graph. So isulat nyo lang Lauren Degarda. Please write the complete name. Si Cheese Escudero, si Son Angara, si Bam Aquino. So please you write the complete name. And here we're going to see the value. So it's 10, 58, 12, 31, 23. So kung kapag isusulat natin to by 1, kapag mag-stick ka by 1, so masyadong marami. So it's until 58. So we cannot do that. But we can do by 10. That's quite easy. Or by 5. Malaki-laki yung by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So next, for Lauren Lagarda, it's 58. For Riza Barakel, it's 10. For Cheese, it's 31. So, taas lang siya ng kaunti sa 30. For Sunny, it's 12. So, dito, straight nyo lang dyan. So, for Bam, it's 23. So, 23. So, mga dyan. So, this is the bar graph. So, this is for the candidates, and this is for the number of votes. Next, for letter B, so Mr. Palanka recorded his weight every end of the month in the year 2012. So for January 31, for February 29, for March 31, it's 69, so on and so forth. So pag ganito, may differences siya over a period of time. So the best thing that you're going to use is pie graph. So a line graph plus. So line graph, so what you're going to do is this one. You're going to write line again, perpendicular lines, and then you're going to write that month: January 31, February 29, March 31, April 30, May 31, June 30, July 31. Please write the complete one. September 30, October 31, November 30, and December 31. So if you look at the data, it's 53, so on and so forth. So you could start actually, pwede hindi ka mag-start sa 0 or sa 5 or sa 10 kasi yung start niya bigla sa 53, so ang layo ng agwat. So you can start from 50, tapos gawin natin by 5. So 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, and then 80 kasi may 76. So we'll start with January. It's 75. 76 siya February. 69. Sorry, March. Here it is. Sorry for that. For April, it's 69. For May, it's 70. Get siya ng konti. For June, it's 65. For July, it's 63. For August, it's 65 again. For September, it's 61. For October, it's 58. For November, it's 55. And for December, it's 53. So from here, yan to connect line. That's a mistake. So ang gagawin mo lang, it's connect that. So that's the difference. So ibig sabihin dito makikita mo yung weight niya is bumabagsak. So gumagaan siya ng gumagaan. Next example is Mrs. Bernardo tallied the second quarter math grades of all 200 grade 7 students in Lara's school as follows. So here again we're going to change this. Instead of 200, the total is 10 plus 16, 20, 33. 33 grade 7 lang. So next, as what has been discussed in the previous videos, kapag may interval, ang gagamitin natin is histogram. Tapos kapag mag-histogram tayo, halimbawa, titingnan natin dito sa data. Halimbawa, kung dito 70, 70 rin dito, yung pareho yung end at saka start, that's easy. Kasi ibig sabihin yan, yung bawat line, distance, it's given na. However, kapag hindi siya pare-pareho, hindi magkapareho yung number dito sa dulo at sa start nito, what you're going to do is you're going to get the number in between of them. So 70 at saka 71 is 70.5. So dagdagan nyo lang ng 0.5 dito yung mga dulo. So mag-start tayo sa 60. Yung number before this is 64.5. Sorry, it should be 64.5. 70.5, 75.5. Dagdagan nyo lang 0.5 ito. 80.5, 85.5, 90.5, 95.5, at saka 100.5. And here, if you take a look, it's kaunti lang siya 1 to 10. So we can have it's 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So from 60 to 65, it's 1. So kasi histogram siya. So dito, 1 siya. For 71 to 75, it's 10. Bigla siyang umakyat. Next, 6. Next is 3. Next is 5. Next is another 5. Tapos balik tayo sa 3. So this is an histogram. So from 65 to 70, or this is the for the interval 65 to 70, it's 1. So next thing is you're just going to answer these questions. So si Mario took 4 examinations in science class. His scores are 68, 65, 88, and 79. Which measure is more appropriate to use in order to determine how well Mario is performing in science? Solve for it. So you're just going to identify kung ano bang nararapat na gagamitin natin na central tendency. Kasi ang tinatanong dito is how to determine how well Mario is performing in science. And the answer is central tendency, not measure of variability. Kasi that will show how will the average score. You could have the mean, you could have the mode, or you could have the median. So palagay natin, ano ba yung ginagamit kapag hinahanap natin is kung average siya, anong palagay natin yung performance niya in an activity or in an examination. Are we going to use mean or median or mode? It's the same question for number 3. So the National Housing Authority publishes data on resale prices of houses in Metro Manila. Which of mean, median, mode is more appropriate to use? Explain your answer. So ano ba yung gagamitin natin? Mean is yung average ng mga prices. Halimbawa kung 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, so kukunin natin yung average. Or median, yung nasa gitna, ay yung middle score. Halimbawa 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 20,000. Yung 20,000 ba ang magre-represent sa prices ng mga bahay? Or we could have the mode, yung pinakamaraming bahay, pinakamaraming price na may pinakamaraming bahay. Halimbawa, yung halos lahat ng bahay is 20,000. So, sabihin natin, yung karamihan sa mga bahay sa Metro Manila is 20,000. So, what do you think is the best representation of the prices of the house? That's it for the statistical measures.